For years, APS-C shooters have felt like second-class citizens compared to the full-frame elite, but Canon is about to change that forever. Welcome back to Tap Tech, where we break down the future of gear before it hits the shelves. Today we are diving deep into the most anticipated release of 2026, the Canon EOS R7 Mark II. This isn't just a minor spec bump. The details we've gathered from verified internal roadmaps and component orders suggest that Canon is building what many are calling a mini R1. Imagine the speed of a flagship in a body that costs a fraction of the price. We are talking about a brand new 39-megapixel stacked sensor, 8K video, and autofocus so smart it can practically predict where a bird is going to fly before it even flaps its wings. If you want to know if this is the ultimate full-frame killer of the year, you need to listen closely to every detail because the performance jump we are seeing is unprecedented for this segment. Let's start with the heart of this beast, the sensor. The original R7 was a powerhouse, but it had one major technical hurdle, which was rolling shutter. If you tried to shoot fast-moving subjects with the electronic shutter, you'd often get those distorted effects. Canon has addressed this directly. The R7 Mark II features an all-new 39.1-megapixel back-illuminated stacked CMOS sensor. The word stacked is the key here. It allows for a blistering readout speed that nearly eliminates rolling shutter. This means you can finally use that silent electronic shutter at its full potential without worrying about warping your images. But it's not just about speed, it's about the raw resolution. Moving from 32 to 39 megapixels gives wildlife photographers that extra reach they crave. When you're trying to photograph a rare subject from a distance, every single pixel counts. Because it's a BSI sensor, the low-light performance is expected to take a massive leap forward. One of the biggest criticisms of the previous generation was its noise levels at high ISOs. With this new architecture, the R7 Mark II delivers cleaner files at ISO 6400 and beyond, making it a viable tool for those early morning or late evening shoots where the light is fading but the action is just starting. This higher pixel density also allows for much sharper oversampled video, providing a level of detail that was previously only achievable on the most expensive cinema rigs. Now, let's talk about the speed that is going to change sports photography. We are looking at a confirmed 40 frames per second with the electronic shutter. Think about that for a moment. That is 40 full-resolution, 39-megapixel RAW files every single second. To handle that much data, Canon isn't just relying on the standard DIGIC X processor anymore. The internal architecture includes the DIGIC Accelerator, a coprocessor dedicated to handling AI-driven tasks and massive data throughput. This leads directly into the autofocus system, which is where things get truly impressive. The R7 Mark II inherits the Action Priority Autofocus system. This system doesn't just recognize a person, it recognizes the context of what they are doing. If you're shooting a basketball game, the camera can actually identify which player has the ball and shift focus to them automatically. For wildlife, this means even more sophisticated tracking for birds in flight or animals hidden behind tall grass. The stickiness of this autofocus system is on another level, ensuring that once you lock onto a subject, the camera will not let go until the burst is finished. This advanced computational power essentially turns the camera into an intelligent assistant that knows exactly where the peak action is happening. For the hybrid creators, the video specs are where the R7 Mark II truly separates itself from the pack. For the first time ever in a Canon APS-C body, we are looking at 8K video, specifically 8K 30p and 4K 120p with no crop. This is a game changer. Usually 8K is reserved for the ultra-expensive full-frame bodies, but by bringing it to the R7 line, Canon is making a play for the professional cinema market. You'll be able to record in 10-bit 422 Canon Log 3 internally, and there is even support for internal RAW recording. This gives colorists immense flexibility in post-production, allowing for professional-grade grading that matches high-end cinema cameras. To handle this high-resolution video and the 40 frames per second burst rates, Canon has finally upgraded the storage. Say goodbye to the dual SD card limitation. The R7 Mark II is moving to a pro-grade setup with one SD UHS-II slot and one CFexpress Type B slot. This is a massive professional feature. CFexpress is essential for clearing the buffer quickly and recording high bitrate video without the camera overheating or stuttering. Speaking of overheating, the body design has been overhauled. It is slightly larger, providing improved heat, dissipation, and better ergonomics for long days in the field. And let's not forget about the stabilization. The original R7 already had great in-body image stabilization, but the Mark II pushes it to 8.5 stops of coordinated control. This means you can shoot handheld at shutter speeds that would have been impossible a few years ago. Imagine taking a sharp, half-second exposure of a waterfall without a tripod. That is the level of freedom this camera is designed to give you. Furthermore, the electronic viewfinder has reportedly been upgraded to a much higher resolution panel, likely the 5.76 million OLED found in higher-tier models, making it far easier to track fast subjects comfortably. Now, you might be wondering about the investment required for this level of technology. With all these flagship features, the stacked sensor, the 8K video, the CFexpress slot, the price reflects its professional status. While the previous model was entry-level for enthusiasts, the rumor mill and market positioning suggest a launch, price between $2,200 and $2,500. It's a steep climb, but when you consider you're getting nearly the full performance of a flagship R1, it actually looks like an incredible value for those who need speed and reach. The official announcement is expected to happen before the middle of 2026. This aligns perfectly with recent regulatory filings and the typical cycle for major trade shows. The countdown is officially on. If you've been saving up for a full-frame upgrade, you might want to wait a few more weeks to see what the R7 Mark II brings to the table. For many wildlife and sports shooters, the 1.6 times crop factor of APS-C is actually an advantage, giving your lenses more reach without the massive weight of full-frame glass. This camera is shaping up to be the most powerful crop sensor body ever made, essentially filling the gap left by legendary professional DSLRs like the 7D series. We want to know your thoughts. Is the jump to a stacked sensor and 8K video worth the higher price tag for your workflow, or are you sticking with your current setup? Your feedback helps us shape our upcoming deep dives and reviews. Make sure you stay tuned to TapTech for the latest updates on this release. We will be tracking the manufacturing reports and shipping dates as they become available. That's all for today's look at the Canon EOS R7 Mark II. We'll be keeping a close eye on any more developments as we get closer to the launch date. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.